Hi everyone, it's Debs here, and I'm here to bring you another video as part of our online holiday club, Wonder Zone. So we're still in week 1, which is all about the fun of discovery. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do a craft that is not only fun to make, but super fun to play with as well. And that is a Twirligig. So I know that you are probably thinking, Debs, what is a Twirligig? Well, this is a Twirligig, and you get to spin it like this, and it's super fun to play with and to watch. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through now how you can make it and what you need to do. So first of all, your equipment list. So you need 8 strips of paper. Now I've decided to go with 8 different colours. So you can decide to maybe go with just one colour or a few different colours, but it's up to you. So 8 strips of coloured paper that you just cut along the long side of the paper, like this, okay? So we've got those. You also need 4 circles of coloured paper as well. Doesn't matter what colour, you can choose that. I've used the lid of a pot so that I've got nice neat circles that I can cut out. So I've got 4 circles. You need some glue. You need a skewer. You need a pin or something sharp like this that you can poke through the paper. And then you need either some glue tack or a hot glue gun. Now I've used a hot glue gun, which you only should really use with an adult, but a bit of glue tack should work as well, or even a little bit of sellotape. Okay, so let me just go through that again. You need 8 strips of coloured paper that you cut on the long side of the paper. You need 4 circles. You need some glue, a skewer, a pin, or a glue gun, some sellotape or glue tack. Okay, so let's begin. So what you need to do is you need to get one of your circles and cover the whole of it with some glue. Okay, so that is just what I'm doing now. Covered it with glue. And what we're going to do is, one at a time, we're going to put the strips on. Now I find it easiest to do it opposites. So I'm going to put one piece there and get the next piece and just stick it there, okay? So it makes a line. So I'm going to put some more glue on top of that, okay? And go the opposite way. So stick that on there. I've got the yellow there. I'm going to go with green. Okay, there we go. And you just keep going until all your pieces, all your strips of paper are on the circle. So put a bit more glue on. So I'm going to go this way now. So if I put glue on there, okay, and then I'm going to put light glue on here, you see? And then we've just got 2 more to put on. Okay, so pink, and then last but not least, purple. So you see, almost creates like a bit of a star shape, doesn't it? And then to make sure they all stay in place, you need to get another circle cover that with glue, and then we're going to stick it on top. Okay, so glue, glue, glue. You get sticky hands doing this, but that's okay, you can wash it afterwards. And then stick it on top. Okay, press it down so it's nice and firm and in place. And then you can see I've got my 2 circles that are in place and all of my strips. So this bit I find a bit easier to lay it flat on the table, okay, and then you stick it up. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to lift it up a little bit so you can see, is we're going to stick, using another circle, stick these bits on the top of it like that. Okay, can you see? So it's a bit easier if you have it lying flat, like I said, on the table. I made the mistake of putting the circle the other side round, so it was a bit tricky. So if you make sure, so I'll put some glue on. There we go. Stick it on, and then I'll show you with the 2 pieces in place. Okay, so you can see the circle is on the bottom and the strips I'm sticking over the top. So now that I've got those 2 in place, I can add more glue and do the other strips so that you can see. So I'm going to do the green one. I'm going to go in the same order as last time, just to make sure that it is nice and even. Okay. There we go. So we've got those 2 on. So we're going to do the 2 blue ones. Remember, you can choose whatever colours you want on it. Okay. So stick those 2 blue ones on. There we go. And then last but not least, we need to put some more glue on and do the pink and the purple one. Okay. There we go. So there we go. And as you can see, they're all in place. And you've got the circle underneath. So just like the other one, just to make sure it stays in place, I am going to put glue all over the last circle and stick it on top just to keep all the strips in place. Okay, there we go. There we go, so that's in place. So as you can see, this bit is done, all in place. If you want to, before you stick the strips on, you can decorate them. So I've just done on this one that I made earlier, I've just written on the blue one, I am God's masterpiece, which is part of our memory verse. But you can maybe put some stickers on or do some swirly patterns or whatever you want on the strips. Just make sure that it's not too heavy, otherwise it might not work. Now this bit, I would recommend that an adult does this bit. Maybe if you're in Pioneer, so you're in years 4 to 6, you might be able to do this with adult supervision because it is a little bit fiddly and it involves sharp things. But those who are younger will definitely need an adult to do this for them. So you're going to get your pin and you are going to put it through the middle of each end, okay? So you just have to be careful to not get your finger, okay? So as you can see, I have put a hole through that one. Actually managed to get it right in the middle, okay? And then I'm going to do the other end as well. There we go. There we go. So that is done. And then this step again needs to be done either by an adult or under adult supervision. You get your skewer, so you've got a pointy end and a sharp and a blunt end. So we're going to use the pointy end and we're just going to thread it through the hole. It might just need a little bit of force behind it because the skewer is a bit bigger than the pin. And we're going to push it right the way through, so you can see there, right the way through to the other end. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to move this bit down. As excuse me, as we are pushing it down, if you can make sure that the bottom bit, that you just kind of wiggle it around a little bit, just to give it a little bit more space for when you twirl it later on. Okay, so almost done. We've got one last step. So this is the bit where you will need the glue gun or sellotape or blue tack. And literally what you're going to do is you're going to put, so it's not plugged in, but I'll just show you, is you're just going to put the glue all around the edge there to keep it in place. But I also, if you look at this one, it's not particularly neat at the top, but that's okay. I've just put glue all the way to the top, just so I don't poke myself when I'm playing with it later on, because it is quite sharp. So you put it on the top there, and then underneath, okay, you put a little bit of glue or sellotape or blue tack there, just to keep it in place. So you can see that I've done it on this one. Let's see if you can see it. See there? I put some glue on that one, just so that it keeps it in place. Otherwise, it could move up and down as you're twirling it, and might take a little bit of the fun away. And then you're done. So you just put it between your fingers or your hands and twirl it round. See the different shapes that it makes? See the patterns that it makes? See how fast it goes? It's great, isn't it? It's a lot of fun. And that's it. And you know, when I was making this, I was reminded, so remember our memory verse is all about how we are God's masterpiece. So right in the beginning of the Bible, in Genesis chapter 1, it talks about how God created not just us, but the plants and the animals and our world and the whole universe. You know, God created everything. And he enjoyed doing that. He had fun, just as we've had fun making our twirligigs. And he was pleased with it in the end. It says right the way through, it is good. And that is how God feels about me and about you. His creation, his masterpiece. He enjoys watching us and he enjoys spending time with us, because he is pleased with what he has made and what we do. Just like how we are pleased with our twirligigs. So I hope that you've had a lot of fun watching me today, and that you have fun making your own twirligig. We would love to see how you've created yours and how you've made it your own, maybe with decorations or colours. So maybe take a picture of your twirligig, or even better, film yourself playing with it. You can either share it on our Facebook page, or you can send it to me on dprice@encounterchurch.uk. We'd love to hear how you've enjoyed this first week of Wonder Zone and what you've got out of it. So please share with us, and we hope you are keeping safe. So until next time, goodbye.
It's a wonderful, 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 wonderful world.